with you a little bit about some of my absolute favorite nootropics, especially like with going to university and everything. Sometimes like coffee is good and I love coffee, like don't get me wrong, I definitely drink, I'm like a 2 cup a day kind of girl, sometimes more if uni is really crazy. And I know that coffee is probably not the best for you, like blah blah blah, like cortisol levels, all the things, your adrenals, I get that. But like with university, sometimes you just gotta do what you need to do to get the thing done. And so like chronic fatigue was something that I really struggled with for a long time. I think sometimes I still am sort of recovering from it. I think it's probably from a lot of things. Like it's probably from being like vegetarian / vegan since I was 15. It's probably from like having an eating disorder like in my teens, like not nourishing my body properly for a really long time. I think also like just generally like I am an energetically sensitive person, and I definitely like sometimes when I'm like, I can be very like go sometimes, but also sometimes it's sort of like I really need a lot of time to recharge my batteries. Like I'm very much an extroverted introvert. Like I'm very outgoing, but I also need a lot of time alone. I don't know if it's just growing up as an only child and that's like what I'm used to, that's my comfort zone, or I find like a lot of other people's energy like very overstimulating. If you're into human design at all, like I'm a projector, and so basically projector energy types, like we're not here to be like grinding 24/7, which is funny because it's like I very much like especially in the past, like I very much tried to work in that way. And like if you know anything about human designs, there's different energy types, and basically what it means is like you're meant to use your energy in different ways. And projectors are really all about like, we love systemizing things, and if you know me at all, you know that this is so true. Like I love like seeing how to do something and then breaking down like, how can I systematize it, how can I automate it, like how can I make these things that I do all the time like much more efficient. And that's partly because I need to work in that way to conserve my energy, but it's also because like I'm not the person that's supposed to be like down in the trenches doing the grunt work. Like my job is really to be like visioning, like, okay, where are we going? Like, what are we doing? Like, how is the best way to get there? How can we get there in a way that like conserves our energy? Like, how can we kind of zoom out and have like a very like an overview. Somebody once described it to me as like you're kind of supposed to be the bird up in the tree, like looking down on what everyone else is doing so that you can spot what's like maybe not being as optimized as it could be, so that you can help them like optimize it better. Like you're really supposed to be visioning like where the people are going. And so I think like learning a bit about human design, it kind of gave me that self-awareness that I do need a lot of rest. I need to take care of myself. I need to really prioritize where I'm putting my energy. And if you've ever done university, you know that it really doesn't support you in doing that. Like in uni, it's really like, oh my God, there's 5,000 projects and you need to do them all at once. And like, I think the way that I get through it is knowing that it's not forever, like knowing that I don't have to work like this forever. It's just for 6 years of my life or whatever. And it's not even like it's all the time because we get like such a good break in the summer. Anyways, so what the point of this I wanted to create was, I have definitely done a lot of the legwork to look for solutions and ways to like boost my brain power, boost my energy, really get myself going, especially when I am fatigued. And of course, like I want to acknowledge that it is important to rest. You do need to rest. You can't just keep running on fumes. It doesn't work. I'll probably do another video about this because I am like obsessed with sleep. Like I'm obsessed with the quality of sleep. I'm obsessed with sleep hygiene. Like I get really good rest at night because I do all these things to make sure that I'm getting that. So it's not like the lack of energy is coming from that. But that said, I have done a lot of the legwork to find nootropics that really do give you that boost of energy when you need that power to just be really on. Like these things are gonna give it to you. And like I've tried a lot of different supplements, and these are my favorite ones. That said, you can't supplement yourself out of a bad diet. Like if you're not eating well, if you're not sleeping well, if you're like burning the candle at both ends, like I don't want you to use this as a way to bypass actually taking care of yourself, because that will just lead to adrenal fatigue. It's more just like these are rocket fuel when you have like critical periods where you really need to get more done. So most of these I found out about them by listening to like podcasts where they interview like the creator. So I'll share a little bit with what I remember about you about how they work. I'm probably not going to remember everything perfectly, but I'll tell you a little bit about how I use them and how they feel for me, and hopefully it gives you some ideas if you're maybe looking for something that can give you a little bit more than coffee. So the first one comes in this beautiful black box. It is from a company, you probably can't see it. Well, you can. Nootopia. And like, if you go on the website, my boyfriend always says like it looks like a Ponzi scheme, and it kind of does, but I want you to stay open-minded. You can sign up to a subscription, which is what I do during the year. Like I don't usually use this so much on my summer break, because I think sometimes it is good to give your body a rest from things, but yeah, I'll do the subscription box, and that really is the best value for money. And the thing I love about Nootopia is they create a custom stack of nootropics for you. So when you sign up to it, they give you like a big long form. So when you do it on your desktop, because I made this mistake. I was trying to like fill out these little boxes on my phone, and that just wasn't the best use of like my time. So definitely fill it out on your desktop, because you're gonna have to do some typing, and they'll take your feedback and create like a custom stack for you, and you can request it with no caffeine if that's something you're concerned about. I personally really enjoy caffeine, and I find since unbecoming vegan and really like starting to eat meat again and stuff, I found I actually metabolize caffeine a lot better now. Before, like if I had more than like a cup or two, like major anxiety, and now I find maybe, I don't know, it's like the fats or whatever, or the proteins like slowing that metabolism of coffee down, and I find I don't get as jittery anymore. But yeah, like you can get them without caffeine. When they send it, when you get your first box, I don't think I have it anymore in here, I think I threw it out, but they send you like a little booklet that teaches you how to use it, like which ones you can stack with coffee. I really advise trying it without having a coffee first, so you know that how it's going to feel in your body, and definitely do it in the morning, because they can be very energizing, which is what you want. But like, yeah, you don't want to have it like super close to bedtime and then not be able to fall asleep. So it comes in a little box like this, and you get like all these little like sachets. I have definitely already started digging into this box, but I'll kind of walk you through what is in my box and the ones that I really like and what for, because basically they have they do have all the ingredients like on there, so if you wanted to look it up you could do that, but basically they've done the research to figure out like what things affect your neurotransmitters in what way, and basically, so like if you are affecting your neurotransmitters, now we're getting a little bit into Psych 101, it's like that's kind of like what's regulating like the systems in your body. It's like your dopamine, it's like your all of the things that are kind of giving you that drive to go and do stuff, to feel ambitious, to feel confident. So this is my absolute favorite one. It's called Nectar. Basically, it comes in a little tube like this. Let's see if the camera can pick that up. It's a powder, and so basically you mix it with, I mix it with like 2 liters of water, and then I'll like scull like a quarter of it just to get things going. And you feel it really quickly with this one. Like you just instantly get a really good perk of energy. It also tells you on the front of each one like what each one is kind of good for. I'll just let you have a little look at that. You can pause it if you want to read more. With Nectar, you can mix them, with all of them you can mix them together and stack them, but when you first start using it, I definitely would recommend trying each one on its own to see how it feels before you start mixing them all together. So yeah, like it tells you how you're gonna kind of like, tells you how to mix it, tells you how to take it, tells you when you're gonna start feeling it and how long you're gonna feel it for. This one I just mix it with water. and then you can kind of like keep sipping it as you're going through your work. This one, I love taking it before exams because it just kind of like powers you up. It makes you feel like you're super on, your brain is firing, like it just, I find it doesn't make you feel jittery either. Like it's like if you have too much coffee, sometimes you're like a little wired and you can feel a bit scattered and it's very hard to focus. With this, I just find I like zoom in, focus down, like it's really good. So I love this one just as a general all-rounder. You can choose, once you get your first box, they'll send you a certain amount of each one in the box, and then after that I kind of learned which ones I liked more, and so you can change the quantities in your box of how many of each one you get. So it is very customizable, so you can really just get exactly what you want, but I really encourage you to try them all at first because everyone's different and like people are gonna like different things. But for me and my boyfriend, we like this one the most. The next one is Brain Flow. This one I find it's really good if I just need like a little boost, just want to feel a bit of energy, want to feel kind of happy, which is kind of what it says on the front. It says like it provides like confidence, performance, smooth energy. Yeah, they'll give you like instructions on it because some of them they're like take it away from food, other ones you want to stack it with like some kind of a healthy fat because it helps your body metabolize it better. So definitely follow the instructions on the packet. The next one, I really enjoy this one if I'm doing like any subconscious work, like if I'm doing some hypnosis recordings, like for myself, because this one is supposed to help with neurogenesis. And so basically what neurogenesis is the formation of new neural pathways, which is exactly what we're trying to do with hypnosis. It's like you want to create, or like subconscious reprogramming, you want to be creating those new neural pathways, and whatever is in this is meant to help you do that. This one is also really nice to stack with a more energizing one, I find. It really depends how you want to feel and what you're doing. But like everything, it takes a bit of experimentation. And this one is the one that when you really want to get the work done. It used to be called Focus Savagery. Now it's just called Ultimate Focus. It comes in like these little, like, you can sort of see they're little capsules. This one is like really when you're like, I need to get things done today, and you just want to sit down and have that focus and have that drive. This one is the one for that. It like, yeah, it's like rocket fuel for people who are like, I've got a huge to-do list, I just need to sit down, I need to focus. I also like pairing it with, say like if I listen to like a subliminal recording or like binaural beats, or Brain FM was one that I've also really liked. I like putting them together because Brain FM is designed to help your brain focus. You have to listen with headphones and it kind of like plays off each one, and the whole thing of like how binaural beats work. And so if I really am struggling to get things done for school, that's what I'll use. I'll just really like, I'll just like use that binaural beats, sit down and meditate first, and that really just helps me get into the zone. And if I'm like avoiding writing or researching or procrastinating or something, I find that these are really helpful for just helping you kind of overcome that. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to share, this, I mean, it's not really a nootropic, but this pre-workout from Naked Harvest. I like the blueberry lemonade flavor. It's not technically a nootropic, but it has things in it that really just give you that boost of energy. I really like this before going to like dance class, or if I just like need a boost of energy in the afternoon. I find this one, like, while it does have caffeine in it, I don't find that it makes me feel super jittery. I find it just gives me like a nice boost of energy to kind of like keep you going if you need a little more energy. This one I like because it's from like a local company. I don't know if you can see that, Neurotech. And so these ones you're supposed to take 3 a day. And I found that they weren't as, I didn't feel as dramatic an effect as I do with Nootopia. Nootopia, you like, bam, you just like, you feel it straight away. But this one, I think, especially the ingredients, I think you would notice more of an effect over time, like especially because it has rhodiola in it, and it has a few things in here that I can't actually pronounce, but this one I do really like. It's kind of, I would say it's more of like a supplement that you would take over time to support your brain function, as opposed to like a nootropic that you need it in the moment and you want to feel like super powered in that moment. So it's a little bit of a different function, but I do really like this company. The last one is from Salivation. Let's see if we can, so these ones, I love this company. I wish I could, I'll link below the podcast episode that I listened to that made me so excited about trying this, because the guy who created the company, he figured out how to work with things on like, he uses the energetic signature of the thing and puts it into the product somehow, and he like is able to just like combine the best parts of the frequencies of all. It sounds so wild, guys, like I wish I could explain it better, but I think the thing that's most important to know is the way that it makes you feel. And the ingredients are quite good too. Like it's got baobab fruit, bamboo extract, horsetail extract, rooibos, lysine, L-proline, acerola cherry extract, and then a trace mineral blend. So it's like a super clean product. This one, I would say, it doesn't give you like that caffeine-y feel. It kind of just gives you like a nice boost of energy. I took it before I started filming this, and yeah, like I wouldn't say it's as, it kind of just helps you like ease into a sense of like nice clean feeling energy. I think the thing is sometimes when we take coffee or like pre-workout, it can kind of make you feel really, really jittery, which isn't nice. Nobody wants to feel like that sense of like, you know, like that speedy, gross feeling, and like where you just feel like you're like, oh my god, I should be doing something, but I don't know what I should be doing. So yeah, those are the nootropics that I like the most. I'll link them all below, but yeah, hopefully they help you get some work done.
Okay, so let's look at what's going on the street. What's happening outside? What's going on out there? Anything exciting? No.
I also just want to remind everyone that I am taking hypnotherapy clients. So basically, sometimes people are like, well, what can I use hypnotherapy for? What's it like? So basically, I help you get into your subconscious mind, and we uncover what are the blocks, what's stopping you from creating exactly what you want in your life, and what's getting in the way of that, where did it start, and we release those old beliefs, and we do some clearing out, and we replace those with new empowering beliefs. So you can easily call in what you're working on, and some of the results that people see is sometimes they just notice how they feel about the situation totally changes, or all of a sudden if they weren't motivated, it's a lot easier to start taking action, or they start seeing something in their outward reality that was really different to how it was before. So if you're really feeling called to just like clear out those subconscious blocks, like start working on your New Year's goals, I'd love to work with you. There is a link in the show notes where you can book in, or if you have some questions or you even just want to book in a quick coffee chat, you can send me a message over on Instagram at kim.akrigg, and we can chat about how I can help you. I am so obsessed with these. And the way the light hits them, it's the vibe.
first I did a little family photo shoot for a couple where I did some photos for them, like, gosh, it was probably like 5 or 6 years ago. And they wanted to do a new little family photo shoot. And if you are a photographer, like, pick time is honestly just the best. Like, for gallery delivery, like, it's just so easy. You can like sync it up with Lightroom if that's what you use to edit, and like it just makes like a really beautiful gallery, and you can sell prints through it, and it's just the best. I love how you can also choose sort of how like the top of the gallery looks. Like, you can customize it, you can change it to your brand colors. Like, this isn't sponsored or anything, but I know when I was doing photography more full-time, like trying to find a beautiful way to deliver digital downloads that still made it feel like a really nice experience was definitely challenging at times. So pick time is where it's at.